Time is on our side. Yes, it is. Hey, you two. Time is on our side. Yes, it is. I know I'm kind of early for some of you guys, but I want to talk about something that I became aware of last night. So apparently, apparently, Bama Girl has tried to contact various content creators who have had a bad experience with the show with Ty and or with Bradley. It seems to be they're more focused on Ty because someone who's had a bad experience with Ty in her business life has fallen out with her. We're guessing that money was involved somehow, and this person feels burned, right? Hi, Wanda and Frazier. Y'all up early too, huh? So we're gonna call bullshit on this. And here's I'm gonna tell you why. We're not gonna call total bullshit because there's always a possibility that other people know a lot more than I do. But apparently, Ty is falling out with this person. This person had an investment in this project, and they now have a vendetta. They want to get back at Ty, and so they want to start a new show 2.0. Show 2.0. They want to start a new show. This show is kind of framed around the titles that have been used a lot lately. Surviving the beef sector. Well, I don't know why they didn't just make it Surviving Bradley or Surviving Ty or Surviving the show. But it's not a real title. It's just kind of a framework. Surviving the beef sector. So it probably should be Surviving the show production. Anyway, so the person decided, well, you know what? I have all the ingredients. I have been in the business much longer than Ty has. I have the capability to put on a show. And so I'm going to start my own show. This is what Bama Girl was presenting last night. Right? I want to start my own show. This is a vendetta against Ty, apparently. Now, people, first of all, let me say this to you, Bama Girl. Come on. Come back here. Bama Girl, I can't do no more time. I'm sorry, baby. I can't do no more time. I was happy when they said unto me, ye are paroled. Ye are no longer a property of the state. After year and year and year and in and out, in and out. And I'm going to sacrifice my freedom to participate in another dream. No. I can't do it, baby. Even if it just ended up a manslaughter. Even a manslaughter girl gonna carry 10 to 15. I ain't got the time to do. I'm 63 years old. Right? So I would have to decline. I had to say, no, I can't do it, baby. God must have sent an angel to protect me in Atlanta, Georgia. But God don't like playing. I gave you your lesson, honey. Now you're gonna come right back in my face again. I have delivered you from that situation, which could have turned so ugly in Atlanta. How dare you throw it back in my face and tempt me again? So I would have to say, no, I wouldn't be interested in that, Bama Girl. Save that energy trying to contact me. So we understand that, right? No from Timothy Blaine. Why? Because of certain other people you've already involved. Right? I mean, the way they treat black people, 10 to 15 could turn into 20 years. I ain't got 20 years to do. right? It ain't worth it to me, baby. No matter what kind of conversation you would offer. So Bama, back to the story. Bama girl says that these people are actually going to incentivize the people who would participate in this kind of saving the beef sector or surviving the show. I don't see it. If you have a vendetta against a person on this stagnant show, why would you then turn a 20,000? This is just something they're spinning around $25,000 investment, and you're going to then go and invest another 75,000 just so you can get even with the person for fucking off your 20,000. It seems like throwing bad money after good, honey. So apparently this person says, no. I'm going to show her. People, pay attention. Why isn't Sean Bradley on here screaming and hollering, yelling, and busting blood vessels? I mean, he screams and hollers about anything involving Bama Girl, one thing. Scream and hollering about any little slight little scandal. But why isn't he on here hollering and screaming about this? And why isn't Ty on there to state in her case, since this person has come on them full force last night? They've had a whole 24 hours to process this stuff, right? You remember how they reacted when she just said that a person had died and the information was incorrect? You see how he came yelling, screaming, hollering, going crazy, and then she came right into the live. Where's all that at? So I would think that no, maybe someone is upset with Miss Ty. They have a vendetta and they want to get even. I think if this is an intelligent person, they realize they can get even just by starting this scuttlebutt, right? By even pretending that there's going to be another show, I think would have the same effect if it actually was, because the other people wouldn't actually know if this was a real thing or not. So more than likely, I would think this is more chess game. Okay. Hi, people. Am I being neglectful? Mm-hmm. I ain't hating on that Bama girl. She can pull something off. But usually in the movies, when they have a vendetta, they don't announce it going in. Generally speaking, when you have a vendetta, you get into the company, and then after you've done your dirt, then you reveal the vendetta in the process or at the end of the process, right? That's generally how the drama works. But if I'm going to come after you, I'm not going to tell you. Why would I do that? Mm-hmm. Hypnotic touch. Wearing the crown this morning. Mm-hmm. How are y'all? I did see you on there. Did I just see Deanna Irving? I just saw her video. Let me see. So apparently she's going to be approached as well. But, you know, some people, mean-spirited people will say, why would they call Bama Girl of all people if they want to put on a show? Well, is Bama Girl any different than Sean Bradley? I mean, didn't Ty just pick Sean Bradley? I mean, why is he so different than Bama Girl doing something? They can pick anybody they want to. All they need for the connection to the beef sector is somebody who's in it, right? Somebody who can pull the number, right? As she said herself, she only got like 3,000 subscribers. So if you were talking major doing the production, I would think you would need somebody more connected. But in a situation like this, where it's just the beef sector and she knows the people in the beef sector, why wouldn't they use somebody like her? Right? Perhaps she wouldn't do as bad a job as Bradley has done. But I would think that if I were Ty, let's say, and if I heard these people online talking about starting another show and talking shit about me, talking about surviving me, I think that would have the same effect on her. So this person could just let me just throw this out, let it grow legs, get people talking about it, and that will piss them off just as much as if I actually went and invested my money into a show. Because if you're talking about paying people, let's say even if you gave them a couple, $2,000 or $3,000 a piece, you're still increasing that budget. So whatever, if they spent, they say in this whole thing together about 60 grand, then you would have to spend 90 grand because you are actually going to pay these people something now, right? Is that worth your your anger or your vendetta? I mean, isn't the show still basically shit unless you have a brand new plan? Because most of the world don't even know what a beef sector is, right? When they made Surviving R. Kelly, the whole world had been in tune to the shenanigans of R. Kelly for 20, 25 years. They all knew. There have been court cases, and everybody knew about the situation with R. Kelly. That's why this thing was very successful. Plus, they had the backing of a network. I mean, they had the backing of Lifetime TV, and now it's on Netflix and all that kind of stuff, right? But to say that you're gonna survive the beef sector, they say, what the fuck is the beef sector? Right? Because nobody's really put together any kind of show where these people, these personalities will be recognizable to the general public. I mean, basically, people, we are a very, very small group, subscribers and the content creators. We're all a very, very small group, right? So I don't know if I would be throwing no 60, 70, $80,000 at that because I have a problem with this woman. The right thing to do is, if they've taken off with your money, is take them to small claims or take them to court and just sue them, tie up their money so they feel the pain like you do. Probably you won't end up getting anything unless it's a substantial amount because you're going to spend whatever you would have made on lawyers. Time is on my side. It feels good to be free. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Where's that Deanna Irving at? Deanna Irving, you declined as well? You declined. You said, baby, why would I get myself all involved in this shit? It still involves those people, right? It's not all about the show. Now we at show 2.0. Lord have mercy. But you see them money grubbers, they ran out with, honey. They've been over in them heels to get over there. What? Money, girl. How much would you invest to get even with somebody? And what would be the product that you produce? If they couldn't make the show work with the backing of the various people they start off with, what makes you think you can come in out of nowhere and then make a show about the show successful? The show never existed. So how can you make another show about that show successful? Right? If you wanted to do Chasing Atlanta Housewives, something like that, girl, where you would have a built-in audience, I could see that. I don't think the general public gives a shit about this, though, honey. I really don't. And I think that if a person is wise and been in that business for a very long time, I don't think they would see the point or the profit in such a project. But all we have so far is an announcement from Bama Girl on last night that this show was supposed to take place, right? And she was supposed to gather all the people together. So maybe, I mean, my personal opinion, this is going to be like they're going to stir up some attention here to the situation with Ty or whatever. That's the getting even there. Just throwing a monkey wrench into the works kind of thing. But as far as carry through, am I actually going to go ahead and give these people buy all these plane tickets? And I got to try to create a show, right? Am I really going to be that invested in this? Do I have other ways to invest my money? Right? Anyway, it's just an opinion, people. That's a bad spirit. Plus, if you are really just want to get even with somebody, are you really that invested in that show? I mean, really, if you're mad at Miss Ty, who has some amount of passion for this project of hers, You have you have no interest even in the project, right? You just want to get even with her. Are you going to really be wanting to show up in different cities and flying all these people in and putting up with all their bullshit and their demands and going through all the rigmarole of a production and then renting all these Airbnb mansions and all this kind of shit? Are you really going to be going through all that? There are so many easier ways to get even with somebody, honey. Right? If you feel like you're ripped off on the show, hell, you could go to the courts and try to tie up production. Might not need to be tied up, but I'm just saying there are a lot easier ways to do that. All we have so far is Bama Girl coming on there, the dead man showing up, Joyce showing up, and somebody else showing up on that damn thing. Let's make them mad. Let's make them mad talking about this show. I'm gonna tell you one thing. If there was any truth to this, I think that damn boy Sean Bradley be up here busting blood vessels in his neck. It don't take all that much for him, honey. And they are totally silent. So what? They just take a lick and say, "Oh, they got us. Oh, they're going to start another show." Oh, really? Has there been anything to indicate that kind of personality with Sean Bradley? Particularly when it's dealing with Bama Girl. This might be Bama Girl's vendetta. Shit. I mean, there are many ways to spin it, honey. She could say, "Oh, I got investors. Oh, somebody very serious. Okay, or you're going down, baby," and all that kind of, because it has that kind of that air to it as well, right? We know Bama Girl, she can't come up with a story, honey. We've seen that, right? I'm not accusing you, baby. Whatever. More than likely, you would be the one being played, but don't be used by somebody. You say, "Okay, you want me to do all this kind of stuff? Why don't we do it like this? Why don't you cut me my stipend now? Give me a couple $1,000s just so I am invested in this project of yours. Don't have me going out here running my mouth and stirring all this shit up for basically it's going to be the same result as over there, right? So if you have $75,000, $100,000 to invest in the show, surely you can give me a couple of $1,000 so I can pay my rent a couple of months or whatever. Motivate me. Show me that you're serious before I jump out into the streets, because that's what you did last night, Bama Girl. You jumped out into the streets because someone sold you a dream, right? Distant love. Girl, you got to change your name. Every time I see that name, I want to sing, honey. Mama, I want to sing. Ooh, ooh. How can you treat my heart so mean and cruel? Uh-huh. A big mess, but they're expanding the mess now. So now we got more fodder. So I'm trying to figure out, where is Bradley at then? I mean, we should be getting a prize-winning performance now. So Bama Girl, according to Bama Girl, she's gonna have a live one of them Zoom things on Sunday. So we got 2 days to wait, right? But baby, like what if I was gonna plan a murder? I'm not gonna come out and tell the people I'm gonna murder your ass, right? No, I do it, honey. Did I just play my escape, right? So Bama Girl, you beware. Make sure you're not being used, honey. Make sure you're not being used because somebody's angry and somebody wants to piss Ty off, right? Pissing Ty off by telling Bama Girl a story is not the same thing as investing $75,000, $100,000 in a show that has very little chance of actually succeeding. So just watch yourself. You're going to invest your time. That's an even more crucial role in the show. You get paid up front. And when they say that you'll get paid, then maybe they'll take you more seriously. But it seems like you might be being used as well, Bama Girl. Right? Right. That's what I'm saying. She's supposed to get paid for gathering the people. Right. Exactly. Why wouldn't you get paid? If you're going to invest $100,000, why can't I get $2,000, $3,000? You know, I got bills, honey. So if you really want me to get out there and be enthusiastic to build this thing and to gather these people, because we got to get to past all the other bullshit of the other show, which never materialized or turned into anything, and nobody ever got paid, right? That's a job. That's going to be a job. Are you even serious enough to even invest a couple $1,000s? Mm-hmm. RJ, okay. Michaela Salom. Oh, you're talking to RJ. Okay. Can we read that? I think they are all should care about the show, especially the ones who had their content used without any compensation. Oh, yes. Oh, no, I don't think that they're allowed to go and just broadcast. You can't even broadcast technically, you can't even broadcast someone else's content on YouTube without their permission. All the people who use people's content all the time, they could really be taken down for that because you don't have their permission to use their content. Play a song on YouTube and see what happens. That don't mean you got to pay the artist who created the music. You have to have their permission though, right? So if they're going to put something together, and they should, they've had enough time, people. Let's face it, girl. The only way I would be motivated at this point to get involved in anything like that, it would have to come from a contract from like BT or WeTV. It would have to come directly from the network or whatever you call the companies, right? Somebody who actually has a business, an active business, not a dream. Bama girl, make sure you're in charge of more than the chairs, honey. Because after the people have been gathered, they start phasing you out, honey. That's what I mean. You can get yours up front. Tell them you from Missouri and you want to be shown. You from the show me state. Keep your eyes wide open. Uh-huh. Because they don't got to actually follow through with anything, girl. If they want to get at Ty, or they have a vendetta against Ty, they just want to embarrass her and anger her. This would do it by itself. Just the idea that someone was creating such a thing. Did y'all see the way Bradley went and acted a damn fool when that girl Read Don't Write? Read Don't Write. Girl, you hear this shit over and over again. Read The Heart of Philadelphia, when she did her book, The Beef Sector. Did y'all see the way that fool lost his mind? Because his character was mentioned in the damn thing. Y'all really think he gonna sit over there on silent? Come on, people. Come on. Okay, as Hutchinson says, I was given the person's info and the person is legit. You mean the person is legit because they have been in the business? I mean, what's legit? Does that mean that they're invested in this project that just got birthed yesterday? The person could be a real person. I don't doubt the person is a real person. I don't even doubt that the person was involved with Ty on this project. They fell out or whatever. But that doesn't mean that the person is going to go and invest their own money again after losing a knot on the other project and then try to make a new project about that project and invest more money. That person is in the wrong business. We're putting too much on the people. This beef sector is important to us, but don't assume that means that the whole world, girl, is going to be focused in on the beef sector. That when they did T.S. Madison, she was traveling all around the country and drawing crowds all around the country, where she built up enough interest where people actually invested in her show, and they pulled it off. But they pulled that damn thing off, honey, and did what are they? They're on episode 9 or 10 or something like that. And these people have been started long before that, and we don't got even one episode. We don't even have a trailer. Okay. So I think as such, we just don't have enough information about all that kind of stuff. It doesn't seem like that much to me, people. Girl, I would be sending certified letters if I was actually want these people to involve anything serious. I would be sending them certified letters and offer letters, right? I would be in communication with the people. I don't think I would just have somebody come on here and announce on YouTube that now a whole new production has been produced and all this kind of stuff. And early this morning, we had no knowledge of it. Just by the evening is when it was dropped. Apparently, she said she met the person and then they just, spilled all this stuff. But that's a good way to piss somebody off. Just poo-poo on their project. But when the rubber hits the road, are they going to be there? I'll be there. Just call my name. I'll be there. Just look over your shoulder, Bradley. Ooh, la, 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 la. Treat this tangibly like a business. It's your life. What is the business, though? The announcement she made? Y'all see how the dead people ran over there, though? They be saying something about some money. It didn't take much, did it, child? It didn't take much. Sign me up. Oh, I want to hear some more about the project. How much money? Get a lawyer. Okay. Help me get a lawyer. The group of interested parties might want to jointly, okay. Get a lawyer jointly. Okay. Hi, RJ Supreme. He is mad that Uncle Tim had fun living life and being free in the hide in the closet for 50 years. I'm not gonna be in a room with that child no more, child, please. I don't trust my own emotions, really. So much shit has been talked. Like I said, I can't do no more time, baby. Do y'all realize that even a manslaughter, even if the motherfucker just bumped their head when you knocked them out, bro, that carried 15, 20 years. I'll be 80 years old. Do I look like I got 15 years left? Come on, let's keep it real. I ain't gonna spend it on that, baby. Yes, I didn't miss the song. Oh. Time. Yes, I remember when he was dogging being his authentic self back then. So if they can just get us talking about it, that's all that really was more than likely what was all going to happen from it, right? And that would be getting even with Miss Ty. Although I would prefer to get my check. I wish somebody would, though, get mad enough to come out here and tell us the tea. And we're very curious. We've been struck around with this shit for 3 years. And they still won't even tell you what the damn show is. That is a total lack of respect for the people involved. You didn't film people. First of all, the big offensive thing about Bradley is he didn't came on here after we done went through all this shit and told us that our taping doesn't mean shit. They throwing it in the trash and they ain't gonna use that. Well, that is so insulting. You got these people participating for nothing, and then you tell them that you're gonna throw it in the garbage, and all we gonna get is your Reverend Leroy impression, girl. It's beginning to look a lot like bullshit. La dee 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 dum, da 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 da, dee 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 dee. It's beginning to look a lot like bullshit. People want to go and raise money to do this something. Like when they busted all these damn charities, honey. Look what they busted Donald Trump for. He coming there selling a dream, get all these people's money, have all these parties and raise all this money, and then go buy portraits of his ugly ass to hang in his house. People are supposed to be getting the money from the charity. They never got anything. Each one of them got to go to the court, try to sue, and got to get a few pennies. Unfortunately, the lawyers cost more than the pennies they would get. Girl, please. Whenever you're raising money for something, baby, you get your cut off the top. You can rest assured that if Miss Ty is raising money for this damn thing, she's already gotten hers. They want to do another recording? Give me mine. Break it off, baby. Get me interested. And corporate investors, if they find corporate people, I did go to their little party. They had some, look like some influential black folks there. But if corporate people, they need tax write-offs, right? So if they can write a check for $100,000, you have a company and your tax burden, is 500,000, and you can if you give 100,000 to a charity, shit, they are free with the pen, shall we say? So if you can get 2 or 3 of them people together and raise a whole bunch of money, you take yours off the top. You don't have to produce anything. All you got to do is show that you were in production, right? Mm-hmm. Well, hell, they succeeded. They got us on here talking about it. Supreme knowledge. Nice home. Thank you. That's sweet. I don't believe anything that is associated with Sean Bradley, and he should be embarrassed to put his name on blast, according to what JC James Caldwell says about him. No. Oh, y'all mentioned the Fosters. Lord have mercy. Y'all done mentioned the Fosters, yeah. I wonder what happened with that boy, because Sean Bradley's primary income was raising foster kids, right? We're just speculating. He felt so confident in his role because he had done it so many times, and he had been getting money from the state, even though he says, "Oh, I don't, you know how much it costs to raise a kid? I don't get nothing. I give them out of my pocket." Whatever, girl. Basically, you're getting checks for each one of these children, right? So confident that he wanted to expand the business. What does expanding the business mean if you're raising foster children? It means expanding the space. So he went out and he purchased a home for raising foster children, a 6-bedroom home. Obviously, all his bedroom is obviously in that damn hot ass ceiling, in that, whatever you call it, thing where he records that, in the attic, because I can see the corner of a bed there. So why would you have or buy a 6-bedroom house, and yet you got your ass up in the hot ass goddamn attic with your recording equipment there and your pictures of Grace Jones up in there, and your office is up there, and your bed is up in there, right? So the purpose of this house, why you need all these bedrooms, was to use them for raising these children. So when they pulled his accreditation, they said, no, 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 no. You can no longer raise these children. You're not responsible enough for their lives. And we saw some of the way the people were being treated there. They were just there to collect a check, basically, right? So now he's stuck with this 6-bedroom house. So it would be fascinating to know what's going on there, right? Is he taking in boarders? Is he going out there in the streets of Baltimore? Oh, Baltimore, ain't it hard trying to live? Is he going out there in the Baltimore streets of Baltimore and finding old people who's on Social Security, SSI, and say, listen, do you get a check? And is he putting the people in there to to pay that mortgage? He's got to be some people. He can't afford no house. He's a telemarketer, right? How did I get on the sidetracked on him? But that's his dilemma. That is Sean Bradley's dilemma. And even when he occasionally gets a job, supposedly teaching, I don't know how he can teach. You can barely understand what he's saying. But whenever he gets those, they're temporary things, Sean. Temporary assignments. Rarely does they go on to the next semester. There is no next semester. He trains them, they're done. But we never know it. What is the truth with these people? So I'm just saying, people, don't get your panties in a bunch about this shit every time they come out with an announcement. I can tell you right now that I'm going to put together a production. I'm going to bring everybody to San Francisco. Oh, it's going to be fabulous. Oh, I'm in cahoots with such and such, such and such. Oh, Kamala Harris. You know she's from San Francisco, right? Oh, yeah, we got Kamala Harris involved. Girl, I can say anything I want to say. It's YouTube. And then a couple months later, you come up with the excuse why it didn't work out. Horrible info. Okay. Marsha Cleveland. Trezor has what I consider horrible info on Sean Bradley concerning those foster kids. Well, the state or the city decided to take him out of there, right? And to remove his accreditation. That tells you the story right there, I think. Mm-hmm. The state will get you in a HUD house with nothing down and tiny payment. Oh, he isn't stuck, just bad with finances. He probably doing PCA work or flipping burgers on the side. Getting a stipend from Ty. Right. So a lot of people I went to drug programs several times. A lot of people in program, a lot of those people who ex-addicts, they become like counselors and stuff. And a lot of those people from the conversations that I would have, their dream would be to get, because housing is so expensive here, the way they could provide housing for themselves is to get a house. The government finances the house because you are creating a drug program, right? Where you're going to have tenants, you're going to serve people. There was a big scandal in Los Angeles how they were getting these houses, right? And then they weren't even using them for patients or clients. But they could get the house because it was going to provide a service to the community, namely drug programs. It would take minimal investment from them, or if anything at all. So since people lie so much, we'll never know the real deal. This person who was so mad at Miss Ty, you want to get even? Come on here and give us a video about the real goings on. Let us ask you questions. We want to know what the show is, number one. We want to know if the show is paid for. We want to know who paid for it. There's all kind of questions you could have, honey. And it would just, make her blood boil if that's what you want. If you want, or you might be able to get you a GoFundMe for that kind of information. Because Bradley don't know nothing. He's just another pawn. So Bama girl, don't be their pawn, honey. If you're gonna be their spokesperson, they're gonna have to send you out here to say their various things about this new show 2.0. Get yours up front. If they want to keep you invested, let them pay you to be invested. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Black Orchard, you on top of this shit, huh? Black Orchard said every Thursday someone tries to drop some so-called tea to stir up murderous weekend. This one is a fail. They are playing in y'all face. Oh, that's right. You called it, Black Archie. So it's Thursdays is the key. Thursday evening. So they'll be talking on Friday, going into the murderous weekend. Oh, Hi, Jay Dunn. Are you going to be on show 2.0? I ain't dragging my emotions through that bullshit no more, child. Please. Even if I didn't murder the dead man, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Is it a crime to kill a dead person? I don't know. If they already dead, well, whatever. I'm not going to test the water, Sonny. I'm enjoying my freedom too much. James should interview the ex-business partner. That would be great revenge. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so many ways to do it without investing your money into some damn show about a show that never happened. I just don't see the premise. And that's on they said they even went to tell Bama Girl they to announce that they have a mole in Sean Bradley's camp. Now that's just to stir things up, to shake him up, right? So now he's gonna be over there paranoid. Who is giving up information, right? Or so she's thinking, her way of thinking. Because why would you have a mole somewhere and then come and announce on YouTube that you have a mole in the goddamn camp? Now that doesn't make any sense at all, honey. The whole idea of being undercover, girl, is nobody knows you're there. You feed the information. So you're gonna tell us that you have a mole in the Sean Bradley camp? What's he supposed to do? Go start doing interviews? Girl, come on now. Come on now. Y'all out here acting a fool up in there. James didn't do interviews, does he? Does he interview people? I don't think Jay done. I don't think James Caldwell is that invested in that, whatever the goings on. As soon as you attach the Bradley name in any way, he's uninterested. And I would tend to agree with that. They've jacked us around with this show shit for so long, honey. And yet, Ty still manages to make her mortgages. I guess she has more than one property even. She still manages to pay for her lifestyle. You know, I'm just saying, people. I'm not interested until I see it on cable. That's right. Tell me what time it come on, child. What time does it come on? Would you please hit the like button? Thank you. Hit the like button. Let me see what's going on here. We on Friday already, huh? Yeah, auction. Contracts are a requirement. Contract. I wouldn't sign no damn more. Girl, I shouldn't even sign no NDA. I ain't signing shit, girl, unless you have a check with it. That's how you sign the contract, honey. Sign it. Here's your money. Contract. How you gonna try to have I gotta think about it now. NDA, non-disclosure agreement. They say I always get it wrong, and I say DNA. A non-disclosure. How you gonna require people to not discuss something and you haven't given them anything? Why would you just intervene? You just intervene in their life, and they'll tell them take a piece of their life and tell them they can't say anything about it, and they have not received any compensation whatsoever. When stormy weather signed that damn non-disclosure with Donald Trump, the girl, they gave her what? $120,000. $120,000. That was the agreement. How you gonna have a non-disclosure agreement if nothing's been paid out? Why would I do it, girl? Well, I think their best filming is behind them. So if they want to go on this, and they got told Sean Bradley, well, that's all what's in his mind. All they're going to use is this footage from Florida, and all the rest of it was bullshit. Well, the bullshit is the only thing that had any value, right? So they may have to still cut to bow down and come back to the people, myself included, and say, listen, we got a production together. We want you to take a look at it, and we want to make you an offer to use this footage, right? Because if they're depending on what happened in Orlando, I mean, think about it, people. Think about the people who were in Orlando. And think about all of the things that he dropped from Orlando. That ain't no damn show. That ain't, girl. You would have to take just a little pieces of each thing. I'm not saying that we're no superstars either, but you can take it and mix it and create something if you have all of this footage to work with. But to take it all down to just that little shit with that boy walking around in that crowd road, you got nothing, child. You can't make no show out of that shit. So him to even make a statement so stupid as that, it tells me that he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He don't even know what the hell he's involved in. And it could be a time where Chai just stop taking his calls, honey. I've got what I need from you. That, or it could be, I've already got my paychecks. When every time I raise $100,000, girl, I got my 20 off the top. I left the room with my 20. That's smart, Bama girl. We've had too many bad experiences. You tell them. So if I'm going to put my reputation on the line, and these people are going to end up dragging me and dragging me and dragging me, I want to be paid. Just like you got paid, I want to be paid. Oh my goodness, Gamish Carter, aren't you supposed to be at work? Tim and Chad, oh, what's the deal today? Oh, you've been so sweet and nice for. He'll be insulting me in a minute. Doing well. Get behind me, Satan. It's Friday. I'm at work. Looking forward to a weekend. Hope you're doing well. Have no interest watching the show. If it ever happens, I'd rather come here for the review and read comments. Girl, this is the show. Child, this is the show. I think that girl, Billie Jean, does a better job at producing the show. She sat in her own apartment, honey, and threw together. She mixed all various. Are they still up, or did they come after her and try to fuck with her? Mixing the various arguments and showing this argument and then this rebuttal and mixing them all up like that. She produced a better show sitting in her apartment. And these people have come up with all this driving, flying all over the goddamn place. Renting this and renting that. You only renting this and renting that because you're using somebody else's money, honey. Ain't no way in hell Ty sitting up there cutting no check out of her personal bank account to be throwing this bad money after good, honey. Good money after bad. Excuse me. You only are so frugal. We only buying crab legs and all this kind of stuff because you're using somebody else's money. And if you're using somebody else's money, then there's a good chance you've already gotten your money. You've already gotten paid. Right? Because who works for free except us? Us stupid people. Well, we were stupid in a moment. Billie Jean is very tough. That's what they could. Now, see, if she was talking about some kind of show or something, that might interest me more because I actually see a product. I actually can see something. See, there's the difference between what Billie Jean does, even though she just does it on her own with just the videos in her own apartment. She could actually show you what she's talking about. Here's what I'm representing here, honey. This is what I want to do. We want to add a few other things, but this is basically it. Okay. When is the show gonna do that? Ty told us that within a couple of weeks we were gonna have a trailer to use on our page. When's that gonna happen? What's that been? 6 months? That been a whole year ago. How long does it take to put the trailer together? A trailer is only 2 minutes. Unless you never intended to make no damn trailers, child. Tim get his fan yet? Hell no. I ain't got shit. They didn't give me 4 and 5 dates. So it's been cool here though. So it's not been a big rush, but today looks like it's gonna be nice. I know the good weather is within the next couple of weeks. NDA. Okay, viewers of you, I get it. I gotta keep saying it. NDA. not DNA. Ain't nobody dead yet. I wonder if there's any kind of law that you have to have security when you're mixing these people together like that. Okay. Did I skip anybody? Let's see what we got going here. Blind spot say, hell yeah, you look like you have 15 years left. Don't say that. Girl, I'm a realist. I'm a realist, honey. I've been sitting up here with HIV/AIDS for 30 years. But that, strangely enough, that ain't gonna be the thing to take me out, though. I don't believe. All the guys in my group, they older than me. So yeah, it's a manageable disease. But there's so much other that I won't discuss right now. We can only put so much mileage on these machines. But a blind spot in 15 years, how old would I be? Let me see. If I'm 63, 73, I'll be 63, 73, 78 years old. I'll be damn near 80 years old in 15 years. I don't see it. I don't see it. And I don't want to spend it behind bars, honey. I don't want to be spending behind bars because people have already told you they're going to call the popo on you, child. I'll call police. I'll call the police. How you going to die with all broken fingers, bitch? Or you have someone call the police. Okay, you can call them, child. Or use your voice. Your voice. All right. So as I wrap this up, I want to say this, Bama girl. Don't be used by these people, whoever you're dealing with. Because they have sold you a story. If you're going to be gathering these people and convincing them to participate in their project, there's a fee attached to that. We don't know what Bradley got. Maybe he got another one of them house payments. We don't know what he got. But there should be, don't let them think that now you're going to be a star for gathering people, because that's not a starring role. That's a paying role. You get paid to do that. Okay? So we'll understand. But don't be used, is what I'm saying. Don't be the hype for somebody else. If they feel so confident in it, because you said last night that you had promised you won't say their name. So why did they have to have their name so protected if they really want to get even with this person? You would think they want their name announced. I'm totally legit. Too legit to quit. Say, baby, you want to hide your name, yet you want to use me as your voice. So when the hammer comes down and people start roasting me and roasting me and roasting me, it's going to be me. And I have received no compensation for that. So get your money up front. The key thing, up front. Pay me up front, and I'll gather the people as best I can. I'll work for you, but I'll be working. That ain't the kind of job you volunteer for, baby. Okay, people, y'all have a good Friday. So I think, who that person said about the murderous weekend? I think you hit it on the head, honey. Every Thursday, they come up with something. Okay, so we're supposed to be talking about this thing for the whole weekend, I think is what the point she was making. And I think there might be some truth to that. So watch and listen, people. See you later. Time is on our side. Yes, it is. Later.